Hi everyone, this video is about Dedication by Enrique Granados. This is in the RCM Celebration Series, Book 5. And we're looking at a bunch of pieces from the Book 5. So here we go. Here's this beautiful piece. It's a slower one and a smoother one, but it's a little tricky. All right, this one may not seem like a difficult piece, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy. So what we have is a melody which we need to separate from the accompaniment in the same hand, right? So the right hand. So very important to have a distinct difference in the sound. The quality of sound, but the type of sound, especially the volume with a melody, and that's the number one challenge in this piece, as in many pieces which are written this way. So what I would suggest is play all the melodic notes in the front. And this applies for any other piece where you have this sort of thing, you know, with melody and accompaniment in the same figuration. You see when those, pardon me, melodic notes are played in the front. In this case with the fifth finger in the right hand here. It just comes out more. So we have that and that, right? Same thing here. We want to. Now, a different way of shaping this, you know, two different ways. Go up to here, and high point here, and back to F minor, first inversion, here's the bass. And then maybe come back here. Or connect the first 8 bars as one phrase. And you show that by making the middle of that phrase the focal point. So in which case, we would have continue the crescendo. And now here's our high points. And come all the way down to here. So that's another way of doing it, right? Even in the accompaniment, sometimes there's notes which are more important than others. So that D sharp would be a bit more than the E. It resolves on the E. So that's one way you can do it, you know, since this thing comes back twice. More E and then less F. So you have Mi, Fa, Re, Do. Now try a crescendo, and this is not written in this edition, but try a crescendo all the way to the mezzo forte. All right. So I played a little bit too loud and too fast, but that's the idea. So here and come back down. Now go here and keep going to here. Rallentando here. Try to not stop, die down completely. See how you can do a rallentando without letting the flame get smaller, but you don't want it to go out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you do it differently. If you did that 8-bar phrase in the beginning, you could do it a little differently in the end. That B flat that's written in the left hand should be taken with the right hand, like this. And in the beginning, 4, 1, 2, 5, 2, 1. Because we have B flat, C, ta, da. So you have those notes in the front. Let's finish on the technique for this piece. So the melodic notes are played in the front, and that's part of the wheel, right? Because ya-da-dee, ya-da-dee, these are wheels. So let's see, there's usually around, the wheel goes around the 5th finger and around the thumb on the other side. And then the 2 and the 3 are the notes which are, in the middle of the wheel because of the way the hand is shaped. So they're usually the high point where the wrist is the highest going this way and where the wrist is the lowest going this way. But when you get to that 5th finger here, this naturally moves towards the front. So you can practice like this. Let's say that's in the front, and then even here. So all this is wheel. This is kind of like that Schumann childhood scenes, the number 1. I can't remember what key it is in. I'm not going to try to play it. So there we have it. That's about it. Let's see if there's this also 5, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 4. In this edition, often they have these little fingerings where you have 4-5. That's very good. You play 4 and switch it for a 5. Here as well, 4, switch for a 5. All right, and that I believe covers it for this piece. So I will put a link to the score in the description. I believe I found it on IMSLP. So if it's there, I'll put it in the description, and you can find it there. And until then, stay tuned. We've got a bunch more of these pieces from Book 5. I love these Book 5 pieces. There's so many beautiful ones. So we'll have a lot of those coming up. Stay tuned. Happy practicing.